Hello, welcome. How is it going? Hello. So, hold on. Turn the music down a little bit. But hello, welcome. Welcome, Majestic Potato, first. Hello. Dan Wesson Heirloom. I don't know what that is. Some kind of 1911. Mawar Kali. Hello, welcome. The Ludi SMG. I need one of those. I'm gonna build one at some point in semi-auto, unfortunately. But hello. Hello, welcome. Hello, Lalo. How is everybody doing on this Monday? It is Monday. Right? Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm dying. I'm dying, chat. The time change always throws me off so bad. Like you have no idea like how much of like what I do. Like yeah, like I check the time and stuff, but so much of the things I do I'm like, "Oh, it feels like about time that I should do something." And I'm usually right. Now everything's an hour off and it's terrible. But hello. Let's see, hold on. I have not yet made a schedule for this week. So, probably should do that today. Especially since this week. The schedule for this week is going to be a little strange. As part of this week, I will be in San Antonio. Thanks to you guys. So, let us make a schedule. So this week, this weekend, this coming Sunday, actually, let's start at the end of the week and go backwards. Like everyone should do, clearly. I'll start at the end of the week. So Sunday, I should be back by Sunday. So we should be able to do a return stream. On Sunday at some point. Let's do that one at like 4 p.m. on Sunday, Central Time. And Friday, Saturday, I will not be able to stream. But before that, so today, let's start. We got end of the week. Let's do today. Today, because that's easy. Today, stream. Going to the yard sale. Yeah, going to yard sale. The Demo Ranch yard sale. And so we basically have Tuesday through Thursday to figure out. So tomorrow, I think take tomorrow off of stream. We always take Tuesday off of stream. Oh, has Demo Ranch said anything else about the yard sale thing? I'm getting distracted. Fruit Salad Puncher, hello, welcome. Okay, the Demolition Ranch Twitter account has not posted anything since early December. So, okay, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. Got it. Unless he posted it somewhere else that I don't know. I have a Wednesday stream. What time was at 8? 8 works for Wednesday. What did we do this last Wednesday? Oh, this last Wednesday we did the V card opening. I don't have more of those, so we're not doing that again. What do we do on Wednesday? Yap? Guns yapping? Guns yapping seems like a good idea. Especially after an off day. Seems like a good idea. Some guns yapping. Guns yapping on Wednesday. And Thursday. Do we just do guns yapping again? Honestly? Thursday, the day before leaving for San Antonio. What do we do? I don't know, I have trip planning to do, but I don't think that's like a do on stream stuff. I don't know. Thursday. Thursday's at 8, trip planning stream. I don't know. Probably talk about the trip upcoming and then just your regular scheduled yapping. There we go. Good enough schedule. High quality. Good job, streamer. Pat on back. Okay. So I guess I haven't seen any, and the Demo Ranch Twitter has not posted anything since December. So that is useless to me. But I also don't remember what the gun store is called, so I can't check them either. So we'll figure that out later. We'll figure that out later. Unless one of you guys has seen some kind of update somewhere, I don't have anything. So we'll see. But there has been some more coverage from Iwa. We've got more Iwa coverage. Euro SHOT Show. So let's watch that.
Hey everyone, James Reeves, Iwa 2025 here.
Hi, James.
Son of Gun, Polish company. They make AR-15, AR-9 type designs, but they aren't just your regular ass AR-15s and AR-9s. Bartosz,
Yep.
close enough.
Yeah,
close
you
enough.
can call me Bart. Yeah,
Bart.
that's
I've got Bart.
much easier.
I got
Yeah.
Bart with me. Bart, run me through the lineup
Bart?
and tell me what's brand new. I
There's
know
real
a couple
people
of these
named
are brand
Bart?
New, one's
Yeah.
a prototype, something like that, but
What is that one? I want that one. Give me that one in the back. Did I see the AK sling? I have not seen an AK sling. No.
just walk me through everything and tell me about the company.
Yeah, basically we are a Son of Gun of a company from Poland. We're in the gun manufacturing business for over 4 years now. We started off the company as a manufacturer of AR-15 and AR-9 designs. So we've got the classics, right? We've got them nicely tuned. We've got our own
Son of Gun,
proprietary
Sons of
system
Guns.
developed for them, so we don't.
Yeah,
have
this
to need
is
a
Sons of
separate
Guns
handguard
manufacturing
between,
right here,
DI
clearly.
gun and a piston gun. But then we decided, well, let's up it up a notch and let's start developing something of our own, because there's really only a certain threshold to which you can modify a normal AR.
Right.
And then
Never
you
been
need to
done
come to something
before.
new. So basically, we're going to go.
Oh, it takes Glock
we'll
mags.
start
I
off
don't
with
care
this.
anymore.
This is the SOG X. This is primarily
Takes Glock mags, don't want it anymore.
for the law enforcement market. But we also do them obviously in semi-automatic as a PCC. The features, our way of running things is we do not like to change things that really work, right? So internally, this is 90% an AR1.
Right.
Standard blowback, direct blowback, all that schmuck. And we've got obviously Glock mags as a feeding system. Why
Sure.
reinvent the
Gross.
wheel?
Right.
Gross
But the
Glock
features,
mags.
right?
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Use Colt mags. Use Uzi mags. Heck, even use Scorpion mags. Don't use Glock mags. Glock mags are bad in carbines.
So, starting from the back going forward, we've got a two position rapid deploy stock, right? But for the guys that are running around with a lot of body armor, this footprint on the back
Looks
of the,
decently
of the
space
stock
gun.
is
It
not
does.
really something.
If this didn't take Glock mags, this would look super cool. Unfortunately, it takes Glock mags, and so that takes so much away.
Which would be good for your transitions and stuff. So we've got a clip-on butt pad with a micro butt pad as standard for every gun.
That's a little strange.
Clip-on rubberized, doesn't go anywhere. Can't really go anywhere. Moving forward, we've got a non-reciprocating low snag charging handle. Works as a thumb rest if that's something what you're looking for. Controls are AR, so you can actually, if you're in the market, to actually do some changes to your design.
This is a very long cutout. This cutout looks like it should have a right side charging handle, but obviously it doesn't. Butt pad just pops off, no securing latch. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a little rubber shoe that you just slip on. I don't think I like that very much.
The internals are mil-spec AR. So the pistol grip, the
You assume I don't think it's reversible charging, because the charging handle was up here on the other side, right?
we've got a non-reciprocating low snag charging.
Yeah, the charging handle's up front.
Handle. Works as a thumb rest if that's something what you're looking for.
Why is this cutout so long?
Controls are AR. So you can actually, if you're in the market to actually do some changes to your design, the internals are mil-spec AR. So the pistol grip, the
Glockmegs are reinventing the wheel.
trigger system. You want a Timney in there. You want a guy.
Who knows? Who knows what these guys are doing?
When it comes to little details, like especially people that have been running gun.
Is this a single Picatinny slot? Why? You've got room for like at least 5 or 6 there. Why is there only one cut?
With these and professional users, they'll notice that the mounting and the rail for the optic is higher than the rail for the accessory. This is especially useful for law enforcement because you've got a lot of guys running laser target designators like your D-Balls, your PEQ-15s, your NGALs, whatever, and they usually start to get into the side picture through your EO tag, your aim point or whatever. So I just told the designer, I want a mounting bracket which is lower, so you don't have that interference, right? So that's the thing, like suppressor ready. You can do whichever, starting from a 7-inch all the way up to 16 inches for this gun. Different handguards, different lengths of handguards, M-LOK standard, and the Picatinny rail on the top.
How much does it cost?
Still using AR9 bolt, but the fully collapsed stock is at least an inch longer than a buffer tube. Yeah.
Guess.
Yeah.
It starts at
MSRP for civilians.
$499. I'm kidding. I don't. 1799, 1899 euro.
800 euros.
Okay.
MSRP.
Oh wow. Okay.
800 euros. It's not bad. That's not bad for what it is, I think.
MSRP 800 euros.
Okay.
Our AR9s, box standard AR9 feeding from a Glock magazine, direct blowback. We've done quite extensively. We wanted to modify the recoil system, the buffer tube and the buffer spring to really tame that.
They've got that like whole receiver length cutout on that other one, but this one's got a little like micro cutout. What is? They just got to get like a nice average. There's got some little itty bitty ones, some ridiculously long ones, so the average is normal.
Snappy recoil of an AR9, so we would actually take it down to at least whatever a 223 AR would be. Like AR9s are known for really snappy recoil. Ours are pretty nice when it comes to that.
Are AR9s known for really snappy recoil? I don't think I've ever experienced very snappy recoil on a 9mm carbine.
Pretty much standard AR9. Then I'm going to actually take you to this gun, which is the SOG
maybe an
LE.
SBR? I guess.
X. That's our proprietary submachine gun /
Oh, here's another kind of spacey looking one.
model. This is
not the BAFTA. Welcome.
Assault rifle for the military, the normal rifle, general purpose rifle.
I kind of like the stock. The stock is pretty cool. Can I get just the stock by itself?
For the carbine rifle for the civilian user. This will also be consisting of a lower polymer design, which is actually 2-piece, because technology, if you make the polymer parts too big, they actually have some issues with shrinkage, and so we decided to go for a 2-piece. So the magwell is separate from the lower.
A 2-piece polymer lower receiver.
and the buffer tube housing.
Okay.
Now they're all metal. We're going to have
Oh,
them
now they're all
in,
metal.
5
Okay.
different calibers. The obviously 223 556, 300 blackout, 2 Soviet calibers being the 762 by 39, 5.45 by 39.
Is this stock integral to the lower? Interesting. Oh, and it's got the skull on it. Not the Punisher skull, just generic skull.
And we're going to have with that.
Oh, is that their logo?
Magwell, you will also
Son of
have
Gun? Oh, that's their logo, I think.
capacity to run Glock mags with it with 9mm.
They should
If I
change that.
can, Bart,
Yep.
it makes me worry when you say polymer, and it makes me doubly worry when you
Yep.
say two-piece polymer.
Yes, I know. But if you go single-piece polymer, you run into issues with quality control when it comes to shrinkage, and they're not. The polymers are really susceptible to heat transfer
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
that's,
why even do polymer then? Why not just do aluminum?
That's actually a very interesting thing you've just said, because we are actually now running these guns through the law enforcement agencies in Poland, and the feedback that we get, they say actually we don't really want this in Poland. You don't need to go polymer with this. We like the weight. The weight is not a problem. We like it, and we would even stick
Based
with the
Polish.
with the aluminum. as
Make it
is now.
heavier.
So you are going to do
We're probably going to have this as aluminum as well.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
polymer always makes me worry a little bit.
Yep, this is still a prototype charging handle. We are going
Okay,
to
prototype.
I like
we're
that
going
charging
to
handle.
go a little bit different on the charging handle.
Mr. Reeves' takes are usually Americanize it, but I like that he's anti-polymer. the polymer, I don't know about that. I'll like it. Colt and KE arms. Our polymer lowers are monolithic with the grip and stock to reduce the chance of breakage. These guys, we split the lower in half in advance.
You know, obviously we'll have an option for it to be ambidextrous. You know, the idea is, you know, like you do your immediate action drills, you do your chamber check, and then you can just do a quick on that. You can do it with a related C-clamp. You're gonna do forward. You're just gonna go like this. Yeah?
That's interesting.
But I want it to be a little bit more low profile. We've got a. You can see we got a slightly different than standard Stanag Magwell.
Yeah.
Non-standard
Simply because,
Stanag.
You know, Stanag mags, we're okay with pretty much all mags with a normal Magwell of an AR-15 for 5.56 and 300 blackout, because you know P-mags, E-mags, Lancers. Whatever,
I like most of this.
Go normally into a normal mag.
Like, I at least think it's kind of neat.
Soviet cartridges, and
Except
their
that two-piece
Stanag-ish
polymer lower.
magazines that are a problem often for a standard AR-15 magwell. So we've got a redesigned magwell, and that's it. You can see this is a, as I said, this is a proprietary external design. It's still in prototype stage. We've got working prototypes, shooting prototypes already in the hands of our law enforcement agencies.
And what's this one called again?
The LE, yeah, the SOG LE.
The SOG LE.
Yeah.
And then finally.
And then finally going back to
Standard
to
AR-15,
the
it looks like.
We've wanted
So with kind of a chunky bit on the
to
handguard.
already have an AR-15 with some of the features of the LE until we finish that product, right? So we've got our magwell, and we've got our handguard and our pistol.
Smith's FPC is polymer rifle. So far it seems to be decent. Yeah, but these aren't pistol caliber. These are intermediate rifle calibers. So 5.56. They said 5.56, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, and 5.45. It's like pistol caliber. Got a lot less pressure, a lot less things that can go wrong.
System already incorporated into a what what is basically a reskinned AR-15, right? So you've got all your controls are in the places where you will normally look for them, and that's pretty much it. These are already shipping to customers. Yeah.
In the EU.
In the EU,
We're probably not going to get them in the US, unfortunately.
You know, we'll see what about what changes with the new ATF guys. Hopefully, some things will change. We'll see.
Yeah,
Probably
not getting them in the
but,
US.
You know, we hope so. But
Yeah.
look, Bart, great presentation.
Thanks,
I
Kevin.
really appreciate it, guys. We appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more IWA 2025.
Well, at least on the cool one, not that one, this one, at least he said that they were at least considering changing it to an aluminum lower at the request of the people testing it. So I think that'd be good. It doesn't really matter a ton, to me at least, being in the US and probably not ever getting it, but two-piece polymer lower on an AR, don't know about that one. Two-piece of the Magwell. The Magwell. I don't know. I don't know why it's two-piece polymer. When James asked him, the guy was like, oh, he didn't actually give an answer. They didn't even reinforce the rear pin like Colt and K&E did. This one? I mean, there could be some interior reinforcements, but we definitely can't see anything from out here. So you can change to different Magwell? I mean, I guess so. But it doesn't look like that Magwell is easily changeable. Because like if what they said, you know, it taking 5.56 and 7.62 by 39, very different magazine profiles on those. I guess they could do the 7.62 AR mags, which is gross. I don't know. Bet it was to use smaller molds for cost savings. Hopefully. Hopefully they were just doing it through the prototyping. And now they will stop doing that. That is my hope. But then, like this whole thing going back here into their cool looking stock, that's all polymer too. And I do kind of like the stock profile at least. So, I don't know, just make the stock aluminum too. Easy. Got it. King Panzer, hello. Welcome. Who knows? They said this one was prototype, so making too much conjecture on it is just purely for entertainment's sake, since prototypes change. So maybe when they show up at E1 next year, they'll have a more completed design, a little bit more polished out, and not with a two-piece polymer lower. That'd be good. The space between the rear pin and the beaver tail gonna snap under weight, you bet? this space right here. That is where most of the torque is going to be happening. Very possible. But if it's just a functional prototype, it's probably good enough for that. Like, you're probably not going to have any issues until you get thousands of rounds. So, as a prototype, perfectly functional. Not ready for market like this. So where all non-monolithic polymer AR lowers fail. I mean, this piece here is all one piece. So at least the second part is just up here. So it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah, prototype. Hopefully they changed some stuff. Fine for light use, but for military LE, which he mentioned, yeah, he did say they wanted LE. Like the model on this is literally the SOG LE. Like this thing is made for law enforcement. So a light use, light round count, not great. Not ideal. Using the AR pistol grip, going for an integral grip would make it much stronger. Yeah, so I mean, if they were going to keep the polymer lower, like the lower is already coming all the way back here. So just making this part of it, you're first of all basically like doubling the thickness of the material right here. What do I mean? First of all, that is the all. That's what's happening, and that probably would help. But yeah, it's prototype. He said they were looking at making him out of aluminum anyways, so hopefully they just do that and it will solve like all the problems. Apparently there was some AK sling I was supposed to look at, but I have not seen an AK sling video. But we have a POR 16, the Tink Arms POR 16.
Hey everyone, James Reeves, TFB TV.
Hi, James.
Slovenian manufacturer Tink Arms booth, IWA 2025.
Haroon. I wish the pistol caliber Perun didn't take Glock mags.
Looking at a new short stroke piston operated AR-15 from Tink Arms. Yes, it's another piston operated AR-15 design, but as you guys know,
comes in
piston operating systems,
50 shades of baby poop brown.
It's for good reason, an up and coming platform that's becoming more popular for reliability, for accuracy, and for that manual of arms that we're all familiar with. Tink, you guys make the Perun. You're well known for manufacturing a top quality product. So it's actually kind of interesting and exciting to see you get into the AR-15 market. What made you decide to do a short stroke piston operating system?
Well, when we were producing this rifle, we had in mind professional users. This is why this platform has a name, the Perun Combat. It's for the most experienced and more demanding circumstances.
I'll grab that
the
next.
The short stroke piston system is one of the most reliable. This is why all the special forces and a lot of forces abroad use them, especially if you shoot a lot or if you shoot automatically. It gives the most reliability. It
It works very well with a suppressor too.
It works perfect with the suppressor. There is no, all the gases go.
Kind of dig the colors. I am still deciding how I feel about the colors.
The operating system, and this is why the professionals rely heavily.
Specifically,
on
this upper receiver is very
short stroke system was first used on the
very
20,
bold of a
36,
color on that
and
one.
it was later.
I think if this was toned down just a little bit, I would like it a lot.
Used in some other rifles. They were trying to
RAL
upgrade
8000.
AR-15 joint engagement system.
Yeah, so
Sure.
the RAL
How much of
8000.
this is
I like RAL
manufactured
8000.
in-house?
It looks strange with the other colors though. Adds a nice splash of color. Maybe. I mean, you do kind of have the color change kind of like radiating out from the upper. It's like artistically, right? Like in every direction, you've got like one piece of the kind of almost like coyote brown into the FDE. I don't know. It just all brings your eye right back to the upper. So artistically, good use of colors. On a gun, I still haven't decided yet.
Basically everything except the plastic is manufactured in-house. Again, the AR-15 is a very well-known platform in the Western Hemisphere. Compatibility with all the
Also, gotcha. Hello, by the way.
Stuff like this.
I don't remember if I said hi.
The world knows by now.
See, the reason why I ask is typically in the United States, when you have an AR, even if it's a short stroke piston operating system, you get a lot of what we say a hodgepodge of manufacturers, and the bolts will come from here, and the handguards will come from here, but you do all of this in-house.
Lower looks desaturated green. I think the lower and the handguard are they not?
So basically everything.
I thought they were the same color.
It's built in-house.
I can't tell.
Except, as I said, the plastics.
I can't tell if it's the lighting.
The triggers. The triggers. This is something I cannot say it's ours. Everything.
Oh, they've got a matching handguard on the table, but they've got the non-matching handguard on the gun.
The barrel, we bought it as a whole. And
It's brown. Maybe.
Ours. And of course, on the better options, we have the charging handle that forbids, that eliminates
gas.
The
gas blowback. Right.
Gas blowback. We made a 2.5 ton rifle.
2.5 tone? What do you mean two? This is 3 tones. 2.5.
2.5.
It's a joke that we have. It's a joke that we have in house. But
okay, these do look like slightly different shades of brown. This one's a little darker than that one.
It really gets the intention of the people coming by. It was intentional, basically.
The guy who coded this had too much Zvicek, is basically what happened. I see it's full ambi controls, ambi bolt release, ambi magazine release. You've got an ambi charging handle that's really nice. The Tiger LT charging handle. You make the rail in-house?
Rail in-house.
You do the barrels as well?
Barrels we buy as a whole, and then we mill them on ourselves.
I keep looking at the Perun back there. I want a Perun. It's too bad they won't give me the factory SBR one. At least last I looked.
Yeah.
I see. And then the gas system, it looks like this is like an automatically regulating gas system.
Automatic regulating gas system.
Yeah, so not like user changeable. It's just yeah, it does it automatically. Look,
it's especially good. It works especially good with the short barrels. Short barrels are mostly for TQB.
I have absorbed approximately 0 of the information they've been telling me because we've been looking at the color. I've just been talking about the color this whole time. I know 0 specs for this rifle. This thing could not even be in 5.56 and I wouldn't even know. Matilda, your AR is all black except for Coyote handguard. You were gonna paint it brown, but the ColourPop grew on me. You think it works now? I'm a fan of a nice two-tone. Big fan. I don't know about the Raw 8000 two-tone. I like my two-tone to be very different color. It's like a stainless and a black, an FDE and a black. Slightly different shades of brown. No, the scar is slightly different shades of brown. This is significantly different shades of brown. I don't know.
It was built in mind with the special forces, so short barrel that can accept all, of course, the silencer and stuff like this.
Do you know what type of accuracy you get out of this?
Well, everybody is talking about 1 MOA. I will not confirm that before I not shoot it personally.
Right, sure. And this is brand new.
Engineering is really a witchcraft sometimes, so
Yeah,
they say
sure.
a lot. But
Engineering is witchcraft.
So yeah, that's why actually up until the 17th century in Slovenia, they burned engineers at the stake, coincidentally, right?
Why we have a joke in Slovenia. Either you have a big mouth, that is me, or you're smart. These are those 4 engineers that we have. So guess who's who.
Well, look, it looks great. I know you guys manufacture good stuff. I'm sure that this is going to be very popular. I'm also positive we're not going to see this in the U.S. ever. Is that right?
It could be. Due to the law restrictions, I think it will not be accessible.
Yeah. But how much is this going to cost?
Bringing it as a pistol. Give us another Poor 16.
I get it.
This is something that we will disclose to our partners because we want to give them a decent margin for their own.
No. I understand. I have to ask for the audience. You know, they'd be upset at me if I didn't. If you can't tell me, that's fine. Look,
well,
this
in
is
the sales training, they always say it will not be 5,000 euros.
Yeah.
So I think less than that.
Less than 5,000.
Perfect. See, I mean that's good enough. Yeah. Less than 5, less than 4. No, I won't push you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to our coverage of IWA 2025 on TFB TV. Stay tuned. We'll bring you more from the show.
Poor 16, but we don't get it. Sad day. All right, what is this? What is this AK sling? Wow. You want the Perun, but the price? The price on them is significant. So the Perun, pretty cool looking, kind of spacey. Show me the guns. So the Perun X47, that's the new one, right? I do really like the look of the Rock and Lock mag in the Perun. Big fan of that. I want them to make a Rock and Lock 5.56 AK mag version. I think that would be ideal, Perun. I also wish that this didn't take Glock mags. Huh? Quadro? What is that? Is this an AR? Is this going to take called Quad Stack Magazine? There's like no information about it. Quadro? Who knows? I don't know. There's no information about it here. You get barrel length. I want this one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that cool thing. I'd buy one of these if they weren't super expensive. And also, actually, maybe these aren't. Maybe these aren't super expensive. But they don't tell you the price. AK tuna. It is kind of AK tuna. And you've got 2 different levels of rails. So you can put your D-ball or whatever you want down here in case you're building your super tactical setup. No price tag. It's free. I don't think so. But also, they don't tell us how much it costs. So, according to Recoil Web, they cost $22.79 for the X16. That's just their standard 5.56 one. How old is this article? That's 2022. So in 2022, you can get this standard 5.56 one for $22.79. Matilda, you want the 14.5 with the shortest top rail upper? Not the BAFTA. No, that's if you have to ask, you can't afford it, like Cabot. Except Cabot lists the price of some of their guns. Yeah, this one, the X47. If this was in 5.45 or 5.56 with the Rock and Lock mag, I think that would be ideal aesthetic. Unfortunately, that's not an option. 18? You get an 18-inch? Why? But why? Probably 12.5 or 14.5 would be best. Oh, that one generated a picture. Why do some of these generate X's? Interesting. Interesting. Easter eggs. We found Easter eggs. They're not good. Do we have more pictures? Computer renderings? This one looks strange, but that's because it's it's a computer rendering, and they have something set up wrong for the picture. They have the point of view set up wrong. No key mod option. I don't think there's a key mod option. If you really want to, I'm sure you can drill little holes at the front end of your M-Lock, so you can have long key mod. Set to orthographic. That's the word I was looking for. These are neat. They're expensive. Maybe one day I'll get one. It's also something I would like to hold before I bought it, just in case it's just miserable somehow. All right, what is this sling? What is this sling? Magical sling. I only have like 2 slings. You need to come out with a pretty amazing sling for me to buy it.
Speaking of AKs, there's this really neat sling that the guys at Mossberg told me about. Hi,
Hi,
James. Nice
Stefan.
to meet you.
A
Stefan.
Mossberg
very much for being
AK sling.
My buddies at Mossberg said that this is the best.
Oh, no.
AK
Mossberg
sling
told them
they've
to
ever
come
seen,
here.
So they sent me over here to talk to you. I know nothing about it.
Wonderful.
And so give us the full rundown.
Yeah. So basically, we have a 2-point sling. As every 2-point sling goes bigger, goes shorter. And what we actually do is, and that's the new thing that I just patented, is you take your leading hand and push it through here. And now you pull the rifle into your shoulder using your larger forearm muscle to control the recoil. You will see that you're much steadier
Interesting.
by just pushing the rifle back into your shoulder, especially the full auto AK-47s. They rattle like hell. I know you know that. And what we also do is I basically came up with the idea for the shotgun market, home defense in the US, because the 12 gauge, they kick, and as Clint says, guns put holes in people. I know the whole thing.
Pistols put holes in people, rifles put holes through people, shotguns, right load, right range, take a chunk of shit off.
So the 12 gauge kicks, we want to keep the muzzle down and everywhere where you cannot place a tactical grip, because at the end of the day, that's what it is. We try to not replace, but in certain situations when you need that extra power and feel that strength, you get it and you gain the control on full auto shots or on high caliber rifles, like everything that's chambered in 308, 7.62 by 54 rimmed, everything that's a little
Yes,
bit
I
heavier
do
in
have that
recoil.
issue with
The
all of my
coolest
full
thing
auto
is-
high
the coolest
caliber
thing is
rifles.
that
How did he
you can
know?
use it as a DMR system, so I just grab onto any wall or onto any tree. The rifle hangs like this. Now, if I'm pushing in there, I'm really stable and I can't.
Okay, that's kind of cool. That's pretty neat. I like that.
Take shots on long range, and I don't have to do that fiddly thing with the thumb.
That's what I do.
Just loop in, pull tight, take off shots.
This is pretty neat. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I think this is really neat. This
You
is
loosen it here, yeah. You lose
Okay.
it here, just like every other 2-point sling.
and then I
Just
can
pull in.
tighten
the
it up
prop
a little
tree.
bit, and then
They
Now
do
pull
have
in,
the prop tree.
pull- Exactly.
I mean, they need to show
yeah,
it, for
there we
example.
go. No, this is a great concept. How are these available? Like, how could I get one of these?
Well, the company's 8 weeks old.
Okay.
Not joking. I spent last
8-week-old
year
company.
on, making
So
a
yeah,
making
your
a patent.
kids' college tuition went into this thing.
No, but to be honest, last year was patent process, get all the legal stuff done, and we were testing it on full auto rifles with the guys from Henel. So we really tried to did our
Henel.
homework, tried to did our math, and we are ready, I would say, in 2.5 months to ship out globally.
Okay, and I'll be able to get one of these in the U.S. then.
Yes.
Okay.
You're the first one in the US who gets it, promised here, live.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
TFP
Yeah,
TV.
yeah. But right now we're looking at the most expensive sling in the entire show, right? Like just to get this one going, this one produced.
No, you know what, but I brought 4 to the show.
Uh-huh.
One went out to the military in Sweden, and the other AK sample goes out to you.
Okay, you guys hear that? See, there are some perks every now and then
Man.
for running a shitty YouTube channel. Let me ask you.
I
the
want to
most
go.
important question.
I want to get free
How much is
stuff.
it going to cost? Do you know?
Yes, as so far for the European market, this will be at 85 euros, which would probably around $90.
Okay.
and we will offer
That's
great
not way
margin
too
for
much.
all of our retailers, which will be around the 35% line. It's indestructible. When I was planning the show, I thought I'd bring a pull-up line. I couldn't get it to break so far. We're working with the best. We can make it melt in.
I might actually have to get one of these.
We can make it fully infrared.
These seem pretty neat.
Secure if needed.
And also I need more slings.
And we're working with the best guys in the industry to make the best rifle sling on the planet.
Well, it's pretty cool. I mean, I've got to say it's pretty cool. Time will tell. You're still a brand new company, but this is a promising concept. Thank you for sharing it with us.
James,
I really
thank you so much.
appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.
Thank
We'll
you.
bring you more from Enforce Tech 2025.
Zooms in on his butt. That's a neat sling. Not a fan of the adjustment system, which is the strap that you pull or loosen. It's pretty standard though. I'm not against it. I mean, probably, like, you just disconnect this loop, just have the loop on there. Yeah, the loop is just going. You could probably put the loop on something else if you really wanted to. Chinese clones. Yeah, so he said probably 2 months before they start shipping globally. In 1 month, we're going to see a Chinese reproduction. Matilda, you prefer how your flatline Fiberco sling adjusts? Simple fabric pull tab on a plastic tri-glide. Yeah, I mean, this one, like, it's literally just a big loop going into generic sling. So I don't see any reason they couldn't change out the rest of the sling for different options. Or I don't see any reason you couldn't put a different option on there. Although the huge loop here would probably mess with your sizing a little bit, but I don't know. I like it. Seems cool. I might get one. Sounds like a job for Scissors Chan. Yeah, scissors and a little bit of sewing. You have your own one-of-one custom sling. Sure, you can modify a Vickers sling to it. Oh yeah. Matilda, you already have to chop a ton of material off your slings because you're small. And I have not had to cut any material off any of my slings. Both of my slings, I have not had to remove any material from. I've got a Car 98 sling on my Carcano. Oh no, I have 3 slings. I forgot I have 3 slings. How could I? I've got a Mosin sling for my Mosin. And then I've got the sling for my FAL. The Phalo sling. Yeah, 3. 3 slings. I'm doing better than I thought. Matilda, your L85 sling on your RDB has 2 feet of extra material. 2 feet? Matilda's like 4'8". 2 feet? That is a lot. I guess it's better to have too much than too little. So if companies just make all their slings for people who are 6'8" and weigh 350 pounds, then everyone else can just remove material and it'll be good. Matilda, you're 5'7", thin. I also am fairly thin. Ads, oh, ads. Good thing we didn't start the next thing. As soon as ads are done, we've got another TFB. Have they released anything else? TSAS. Oh, they've got a they've got a video on the cool TSAS. We'll have to watch that for sure. An AUG conversion kit? Can I have my own AUG? What is it? M88 or whatever it's called? It's got an 88 in it. Poor underpaid VFX artists on that 3-second shot? What? What? I don't pay any VFX artists. All right, we're gonna have to watch the Glock AUG video. An ad you got. All right. Well, the Glaug. The Glog. Glog isn't Glog like a kind of shoe? Like it's like a wooden shoe that people dance in, I think. Isn't that a Glog? I don't know. Clog? Not a Glog, a clog. I was close. Gloggers. So, new AUG. I'm skipping the intro because it's loud.
TFB TV Enforce TAC 2025 here at the Steyr booth with Nicholas. You guys have seen him on the program before. We are looking at finally a Glock magazine 9mm AUG.
You know what would be cooler? If it wasn't a Glock mag.
My eyes deceive me, Nicholas, or was that statement accurate?
It is.
I can't believe it.
It is. It is a 9mm pistol magazine adapter that is super easy to fix onto the 9mm AUG. And it works as a conversion with the new 9mm magazines.
Oh, it's just a conversion for the ones that already shoot 9mm? Gross.
And your go-to pistol manufacturer magazines. We're very happy that we've
rather have the proprietary. I also would rather have the proprietary mag.
I'm happy to show this.
Yeah,
it is a fantastic step forward, and yeah, this
is many things, but it is definitely not a step forwards. Didn't even get the Glock AUG bayonet for it. That's extra.
This is already made as a serial tool, or from the serial tool as a serial part. So we're very happy to offer it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the entire thing. Now, let me ask you this. Are we looking at a complete gun? Are we looking at just an adapter? Somebody is watching this video right now saying, oh shit, a 9mm AUG that accepts Glock magazine.
Where are they? Where are they? We're gonna fight. Who is saying that? Nobody wants an AUG that takes Glock mags. Even if you're a Glock carbine fan, a Glock in a bullpup, the magazine that's angled backwards is going to be so awkward to do mag swaps with. James loves Glocks and AUGs, so probably him, and only him. Yeah, Mr. Americanize the guns before you import them.
Do I go to Bass Pro Shops and buy the gun? How do they get
I think
this?
In general, you just don't go to Bass Pro Shops. Just general life advice, don't do that.
So on these AEGs, the adapter is sort of proprietary. It has to have a specific bolt because the meat and bones in there is specific to the adapter, but it will work with the training kit that we have, which is fantastic. So in general, if you're buying the new conversion kits, this will work. Not on the older models that we have. So if you had the one with the steel adapter and the steel magazines,
Americanized, it's an Austrian mag though.
But with the new ones, these work, which is fantastic.
Okay. If I have
but
standard
Mr. Reeves is the guy who's always like, Americanize the gun.
Parts? Obviously, I would need to change out the barrel.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would need to change out the stock. Can I even use my original 223 5.56 receiver with this kit?
Yeah. With the conversion kit that is being offered, yes.
And so that's primarily how you guys are going to be selling this, is as a conversion kit.
Yeah, correct. As a conversion kit, you go ahead, use your pistol magazines, and then you
almost make their pilgrimage to the
adapter,
pyramid.
and you're good to go. And the adapter
Never.
accepts
Never.
the magazine.
Oh.
Super dumb, super easy, and it's repeatable.
Hey.
Okay. For your
He admitted it.
super dumb,
Super dumb. You're correct, sir. Congratulations. Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate it.
super easy, and it's repeatable.
Okay.
For your police units and all that.
What comes with the conversion kit?
Check out our website.
Yeah.
It's on the website of our U.S. enterprise. I think it's the barrel, it's the bolt,
the barrel, right.
And the police magazine. So if they're going to configure it with the magazine adapter or not, I cannot say. It's up to them. I'm the Austrian, and they make the decision on the U.S. market. I'm not taking it away from them.
Right.
They take all the decisions. They tell us what they need and what we need to do.
Okay, so you don't know the particulars in terms of what comes with the conversion kit in the U.S. side.
Yes, correct.
But we're hoping that we're going to be able to get
Just-
this like
just
with
give me the
adapter
proprietary
to
parts,
accept Glock
please.
magazines, with the barrel, with the bolt. So all I got to do is slap all this stuff on to. I mean, I could probably even use my original stock, right?
Yeah.
So if I got the 5.56 version, I'm guessing I just need a new bolt, new barrel, and this adapter, more or less.
Correct. This is solely speaking for the semi-auto variants. On the full auto, we do have a proprietary stock, which has this sort of roof on the ejector port.
I want the full auto proprietary
because we have,
stock.
We had to specifically design this as the ejecting wasn't as good as we were hoping for with the other stock, so we had to redesign. And this was our solution.
For the
Oh,
full
never
auto.
mind.
Full auto.
So
For the
semi-auto,
semi-auto.
I don't want the stock that is specifically for the Glock magazine.
9% of people watching this don't care about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do we have any idea of pricing on the conversion kit? Probably not, huh? In the U.S.?
For the U.S., again, we just released it. The U.S. do the U.S. thing. For us,
Full auto AUG stocks have a different locking wedge, so they can't interchange with semi-auto ones. It's boring. It's dumb. I mean, I can't have a full auto anyways, but part of the ATF requirement. ATF out here pooping in everyone's cereal. Goodness sakes. Full auto stocks are only $200. Yeah, but if you can't even put them on your receiver, that's why you can't build an AUG parts kit. And what's the ATF even doing besides just ruining everyone's fun, ruining everyone's guns? Ridiculous.
We're looking at somewhere roughly at 300 to 400 euros.
Okay, so not that expensive.
correct,
Hopefully
correct.
it'll be roughly the same in
Correct.
the US. Last round bolt hold open, does it work?
It will.
Nicholas, thank you so much for taking the time to show this to us.
Thank you very much.
Guys, thanks for tuning in to TFB TV. Stay tuned. We're bringing you more EWA and Force Stack 2025. Take care.
Whale. Glock mags. Gross. After all the success we've seen, all the movement away from Glock mag carbines to Colt mag or Scorpion mag or whatever, Steyr goes and sticks a Glock mag in there. Ridiculous. You just get the OG straight Steyr mag instead. Yeah, if I did it, that's what I would do. Give me more proprietary parts. I don't want all this interchangeability. It's ridiculous. I want to have 12 different magazines. Or at least not Glock magazines. Colt magazines are okay. Glock magazines are just gross. Anywhere except for in the pistol grip. Vector excluded. Vector is an exception. All right, let's see. What other videos do we have? There's the Lukansky, or however this is pronounced.
TV, EWA 2025.
Oh, we've already seen this one. 17 hours ago? Oh no, Classic did a video on this one already. TFB is slow. TFB is slow on this one. We already seen this one. Next.
We usually bring you brand new guns from EWA
TSAS.
and Force Tac, but I'm here at the TSAS booth. I was having a conversation with my buddy Ergen, and we thought it might be a good idea to maybe bring to viewers' attention, because I don't really get an opportunity to have a bunch of TSAS guns all side to side to side. So Ergen, if you could talk to us about maybe some of the classic TSAS guns. I want to start with the Zagano, because...
Are they going to bring it back? I just want them to bring it back.
Funny point of fact, this is kind of a Hollywood famous gun, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
That's one of the earliest production pistols. We start producing these models in 2000.
So 25 years you've been making this gun, yeah.
So that's a hemifired with the thumb safety. At the same time, it's with the decocker. So it's a
The long slide
compensator.
version of that's cooler.
We do it because that's a short barrel and it kicks so much. That's why this is kind of engineering sported barrels in order to reduce the recoil.
Yeah, sure. What type of magazines does it take?
That's a T-Sash magazine.
Okay.
It
Proprietary
comes with 20
mag?
rounds, 17 rounds, depends on the market.
So it's not compatible with
No,
other.
no.
Is there anything else you want to tell me about? I
Like
mean, you've
the
been,
Novak, the compatible dovetails.
what can you say about how the reliability of this gun, the testing of this
That gun is fully surprised. You never had any malfunction, any issue. That's in guaranteed.
gun? Yeah, see, and it's funny because usually I can rely on like the sales guy whenever I do these videos to be like, oh, this is the best gun ever, best. But Kaya over at Classic Firearms, he has said that this is like one of the most reliable guns that he
These do look like a kind of spacey version of the like 80s Smith & Wesson semi-auto pistols. Like if you're gonna soup one of those up, put it in a sci-fi
I don't
movie,
know, maybe I need
come
to
out
get one
looking
of
like
these
this.
for a review on TFB TV because honestly, I had never even seen it. I'd heard about it, and then we walked up. We were talking about the PX57, and I said, okay, let's talk about this one too. But we've also got the Zigana P9. This is like the
Tokarev.
Copy of the TT33.
That's right.
It's a
That's
Tokarev.
right. Yeah. So tell me about this.
So we started producing this in 2010. So we have several markets for it, like the Pakistan and the Sudan. But due to
What is that
the
Hogue-looking
sanctions, we
grip
stopped producing
on a
for those
Tokarev?
markets. So now we are looking for sales opportunity in USA and the Europe. So it's not fully original because most
New
markets is
Tokarev?
asking for the thumb safety.
Right.
That's why we little
The
changed
grip,
it.
I'm not a huge fan of the grip, but
Yes.
Yeah. Myself personally, look, I appreciate the fact that you guys make this. I appreciate the fact that you probably sell it for very cheap. Do you know what it sells for?
It's 250.
Yeah, super cheap.
250. I'd buy a 9mm Tokarev for 250. Mine's 7.62 by 25. As much as I love 7.62 by 25, I don't like paying for it.
I hate these guns. I hate they're all terrible, no matter what the caliber. But they're cheap. They're cheap and they're reliable, and that's what matters.
James, just to the face of the guy. It's like, I hate these guns. These are awful. Right to his face. I love it.
Right?
Yep.
And then now, speaking of guns I do like, we're talking about this is the
F84.
Fatih,
Yep.
yeah,
Beretta
13,
clone.
which is like a Beretta 84 BB. Like it takes the double stacked magazines. You've got the safety, carry it cocked and locked if you want to. Does this one have a tip up barrel or no?
No, that's in fixed.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And that's fine because I like the fixed barrel. So this is similar to the Beretta 84, but made in Turkey, going to be significantly less expensive, and it's still in production, unlike the old Beretta 84.
We started with this pistol. The T-Sash, one of this project was this one, and we started with this project.
So this is the original
Exactly.
TSOS pistol.
Yep. It's we bought the drawing.
The Faith.
So this is exactly the
Faith
original copy.
B380.
Oh, so I even have parts interchangeability.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
that's actually, so guys out there, if you're like me, I've got two Beretta 84s because I love them so much. You could just buy one of these and have a spare set of parts, or take this to the range and shoot it, and save the wear and tear on your old Berettas that they don't make anymore. How much does something like this sell for?
I do believe it's around 400.
Okay, about 400. It's going to be what, 13 round capacity. It's going to take your magazines or Beretta. the old
Beretta magazine.
Yeah, Beretta magazines.
It's
which
from
you,
the Mecca.
right. Yeah, you can still get from Mecca. I was just about to say that, and I see them right over there. 380, 13 round capacity. Great shooting gun, in my opinion. Thank you, Aragon, for
Yeah,
walking us
that's
through.
exactly.
These are
Appreciate it.
kind
Thank
of
you.
like the classic TSOS firearms.
I want,
One last thing I wanted to
honestly,
ask.
I might get
What
those,
does
both the first
Zigana
two.
go for? Do you know what it sells for in the U.S.?
That's less than 400.
Okay.
Less
all
than
of these are
400.
Very inexpensive.
If they give us the long slide, long barrel version of this, 100% buying it. If it's this one, maybe.
So I guess I'll have to do reviews of these on TFB TV in the future. We'll roll them out slowly but surely. Thank you again, Ergun. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to TFB TV Showtime. We're bringing you more from EWA.
Wait, he didn't say, are these already here? He didn't say, when are they coming? Are they already here? No. No, they are not already here. Come on, James. They had prices and everything. They probably could at least give an estimate of when they're going to show up. You just double that, and that's when they'll be here. I wonder if they have anything about it on their website. Yo, TSAS has a 2011 now? What? Huh? Hold on. Since when did TSAS have a 2011? A few months? The TSAS 2011 MSRP of $750 for a while. I guess I'm not paying attention. I'm not paying close enough attention to the 10,000 different Turkish guns. $750 MSRP for a 2011 though. They probably go for what, like the 680, 690? Century did a video on them. Interesting. Apparently I'm just missing out. So they have the Faith pistol here. The Faith 13. That sounds like just purely the model number. The Faith 13. That is 100% something that is going to be carried by an anime nun. Don't ask me why. A gun called the Faith 13 sounds like something that's going to be carried by an anime nun. What happened to the Faith 1 through 12? You don't need those. Start at 13. Unlucky number 13. It's an Insurgency Sandstorm. Why? But why? It looks like of those three, the only one that's currently here is the Faith. No Tokarev, no Zagana. Because it's popular in the Middle East. Okay, well, checks out. The 9mm Tokarev interests me, although Zastava, I think they also do. No, maybe not Zastava. Yes, Zastava? Didn't Zastava also used to do a 9mm Tokarev? Yeah, the M57A. or M57. That one's also 9mm. Except they're not on their website anymore. I mean, they are. You can get to it through Google. Oh no, handguns. Never mind. Never mind, I'm just stupid. I figured it out. I figured out the problem. The problem is I'm a little stupid. Wino VZ61 in 9. Just to spite you in particular. Is the M70? M70AA? Yeah, that's the one. With this super crunchy picture until you put your mouse over it. And then it becomes super clear. I've almost bought one of these before. No UPC. MSRP 400. I probably trust Zastava more than TSAS. The M70. M70AA. If you just type in M70, you get AKs. Oh. You can get it in shiny. Also, those are some very large markings on it. With this slide, slide safety. Hold on. 25 ACP, the Lord's Caliber. Does the TSAS one? TSAS one has no safety. No slide safety on the TSAS. Rare Turkish W. I'm gonna have to wait for the TSAS then. For my 9mm Tokarev. Wait, no, Zastava also makes on their website. On their website, it doesn't have the safety. No safety on the website, but it does when you actually look at it on people's websites. What? Am I stupid? Wait. No safety. Oh no, is it? Oh no, it's only left side safety. Okay, never mind. I'm just over here expecting everything to be ambidextrous for some reason. Okay. Problem is, I am in fact stupid. You just flip it over, and there it is. Hang on. I think something's wrong. Zastava, I think your pictures are broken. That is incorrect. Thanks, preview images. Yeah, so the TSAS, no safety. So Turkish W. Gotta wait for the Turkish one. Even though the grip is kind of gross. It's probably just standard Tokarev grip pattern though, right? Does it have trigger safety? It doesn't look like it. I can't tell very well. Nope, go back. Take your finger off the trigger, James. There we go.
For sales
Oh my goodness.
opportunity in USA.
Get your booger hook off the bang switch. Because I want to look at it, not because it matters. If safety. Oh, okay. I guess it's got a little safety there. It's not the slide safety. I was looking specifically for the slide safety. It looks like they've got a little one there. No slide safety though. No trigger dingus, but frame mounted. Yeah.
And the Europe. So it's not fully original because most market is asking for the thumb safety.
Right.
That's why we little change this.
Yeah.
Wait, most market. What about the thumb safety?
Opportunity in USA and the Europe. So it's not fully original because most market is asking for the thumb safety.
Most markets are asking for the thumb safety? Does that mean we're not going to have a thumb safety? No, it will. I don't think this would interfere with a standard Tokarev grip. Most markets. It's not markets, it's governments. Well, the government is ruining my fun.
Right.
That's why we little change this.
Yeah.
Still, frame safety? Way better than slide safety. Gross grip though.
Myself personally, look, I appreciate the fact that you guys make this. I appreciate the fact that you probably sell it for very cheap. Do you know what it sells for?
It's 250.
Yeah.
250. Definitely gonna have to get one for 250. If for no other reason, then just so I can shoot Tokarev again. You have to shoot like 10 rounds and you're already like making up the cost. Shooting 9mm over 7.62 by 25? Like, maybe a little bit of an exaggeration. But I probably will get one of these.
Yeah, super cheap. I hate these guns.
I hate these guns. 250, but tariffs? I mean, he said the price of the Faith, and that was correct. So I think it's probably going to be like 250. I don't know what their other cheap guns cost. The PX9s are like 300. 1911s are like 400. Yeah, 350, 250? Okay, did he say 250? 250 might say, okay. They're probably gonna be like 300. 250 seems a little low. $300? Still though. I also want the Zagana. TSS Zagana. if I can spell it. The long one. There's a picture of the long one. That one. The long one. Finger grooves. Finger grooves only on the grip, not on the frame. Interesting choice. I don't know if this is worse or better. Finger grips only. Finger grooves only on the grip. Interesting choice. But the long slide version. That's the cool one. Long slide, all stainless. Classic? Classic? Is it already here? No. No, it's not. Wait, I didn't even have to click that I was over 18. You can just exit out. Imported by Zenith. Oh, is that an old one? Speaking of guns, sad no sock gun. Oh yeah, the Sox VTuber agency. Should we go over that for those who don't know? The Sox VTuber agency gun. Well, let me find the posts. How long ago was the original post announcing that they were doing it? You're not mad? It got canceled. You are, however, twinged by the stupidity of the commenters. Oh, I haven't read the comments. Making aluminum frame 1911s. I'm trying to find the original post, but I can't find it. I found the update post. So for those who don't know, Sox VTuber agency related to the world-renowned philanthropist Flork. They posted this one. This was March 9th. So yes, we are still working on the gun. It's a long process. Here's minor update. So they've got frame, slide. Looks like the slide might be 3D printed. I can't tell. But coming along. This one, you think? Is that the original? Yeah, there it is. That's the one I was trying to think of. So, March 4th. Look forward to upcoming Sox VTuber agency merch, hat, cup, 2001 calendar, an actual gun, standees, keychains, prints, other goodies. An actual gun. Very cool. Follow-up comment. Surprisingly, the gun is the least joke item out of any of this and has the most work on it. So they were clearly fully planning on having VTuber gun, which absolutely based. And they had update like a week after that first post, like proving that it was in fact in the works, which leads me to ask the question, is there a SOX VTubing agency FFL out there? Or were they contracting with somebody to do it? Because, I mean, obviously, contracting with somebody would be easier. But I want a VTuber agency FFL, just purely because I think that'd be awesome. Ferocious. It's wild to you that Flork has always been like this. And if it really was the talents who had a problem with it personally, why did they join? They knew. I don't know. Guns are a sensitive issue. And particularly like as like a manufacturer. Like if you are a manufacturer, you do have to consider things like if the device you're using is used in a crime, like that's going to come back to you in an unfair way with guns. Like as unfair as it is, I am saying that up front. It's unfair that it comes back to the gun company for crimes with guns, because anything else that doesn't happen. Like when someone like runs a truck through a crowd, like no one's like coming after Ford. It's just a bunch of nonsense. So I think things like that are probably what led to the next post. So follow up, literally one day, March 9th, March 10th, one day after that last post. Hi guys, we had a meeting and concerns were brought up internally by several SVA members. So we have decided to not move forward with the production of the gun. We apologize for getting people's hopes up. However, the comfort of our workers, talents, and staff take place over a potential item that could be for sale. Again, we apologize that we could not do this at this time. However, maintaining everyone's happiness and comfort within the agency is our first priority. So, while I am disappointed that it's not happening. I understand. Like, as a company that's not a gun company making a gun, you do have more things to consider. So like I'm not gonna go hating SOX or Flork or anybody. Like it's a business, they're making business decisions. Disappointing though. I would have bought one. So no VTuber gun from SOX agency. There are some things that could be coming from other VTubers, but nothing from SOX. Then someone said the comments on these were disgusting. Grimmy, probably going to be a very reasonable comment. Very kind of you guys. I'd have loved to see it come to fruition. But happier you guys are all happy with each other than treating each other with care. Nice to see. I expect that the top comments are going to be very reasonable. Reasonable decision. I don't know why so many of the comments are acting like it's 1984. Might be freedom lacking European. I want the unhinged comments. Where are the unhinged comments? Rubber band gun. What's concerning about gun project? Guns don't get up and shoot themselves, okay. Small perspective, but sure. Because to make a gun-themed merch, though. Lighter, Gamer Subs Cup, earwax remover. Incredibly endearing, you listen to the input of your members. Where's the unhinged comments? Thought this was a joke, but good on you for listening to concerns. As much as I love the gun, as much as I think the gun is a sixth idea for merch ever, props for taking your talent's feelings into consideration. I did comment on it. Sell a scope with talents pointing. Okay. Hold on. Yes. I'd buy that scope. Want you to pull some? We've got to get some anyway. We're going to get some here eventually. Sox Agency 1911 grip plates. That would be easy to do. You can get a wood engraver or contract out to someone to do it. Good idea. Taking feedback. Literally 1984. Oi, what are you doing? Go back. Communities. Oh, now I'm gonna scroll back down. I lost it. Hold on. Hold on. What is communities and why did it ruin everything? Hello? Oh my goodness. I have to go find this post again because communities did something. All right, here we go. Here we go. Found it again. All right. Where were we? Literally 1984 parody account. Doesn't matter. How do you get hired? By a hug box that kowtows to the random emotions of its employees? I mean, so I do think there are some like legitimate concerns with a non-gun company making guns. And some people are uncomfortable with guns as much as I think they shouldn't be. Like, it is a fact that some people are uncomfortable with guns. But oh, maybe, hopefully what happens is whoever in the company doesn't like the guns, hopefully they kind of come around eventually. But don't forget to check the quote. Oh yeah, the quote tweets. Forgot about that. All right, what is this one? Aether Rentaro. Don't know who that is. Maybe it's because I'm not American. What's he? Strokes. WTF is going on here? Why is the VTuber agency even considering making a gun? And on top of that, why are people so disappointed that they are not making it? It's a gun, a weapon, not a toy, and a VTuber agency has absolutely no need or right to be making one. I'm so tired of seeing guns so normalized in American culture. I genuinely feel like I'm being trolled here. This can't have been genuinely considered. Someone's getting culture shocked right here, is what's happening. Someone is getting culture shocked. What country is this person from? Does it say? Location unknown. Probably the UK. If I was going to guess. It's a very, very UK coded reply. JST must be Japan. He has a Twitch. Maybe there's a video. I'm not gonna go completely stalk all his stuff. You will? All right. All right, you can go stalk this guy. In a good way. Or at least in a not bad way. Issue. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Never done anything but V-tweet. Sad. V-tweeter. V-tweeter found. All right. Okay, you said check quote tweets. Okay, so for those of us who are boomers, I don't remember how to do that. I can do... Oh, view hidden replies. I can do that. No replies hidden. I know how to do it on mobile. How do you see quote tweets on desktop? I never use Twitter on desktop. Post engagements. Click the ... Okay, there we go. There we go. Got it. Got it. You're uncomfortable having to deal with outsourced staff? Think that mattered to your company? Think they cared to even ask for input? Well, it is what it is. And JMez, up to me to be VTuber company. JMez is going to release a 3D printed gun as merch. Functional reminder that a lot of the vocal minority in the VTuber community have an absolute slave mindset. What? Okay, that's a little bit unhinged on the side that I lean towards. A lot of it is just cultural differences. I don't know about a slave mindset. So many European countries are cowards. Look at them. They'll be soon becoming fascist. Hopefully not. But unfortunately, it might be looking that way. And this one, I kind of agree with like the sentiment. I don't know if I agree with how it was said. Quit. Rage quit. Rage quit, no gun. Women are afraid of the concept of a gun. Many such cases. We don't... I mean, if it's purely a random, it's probably more likely to be a woman than not. Because I think they have more women in the SOX agency. Including talent and management, of course. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to be like too mean to people. Like people are unreasonably afraid of guns. Don't get me wrong. People are unreasonably afraid of guns. But if you want to make someone not afraid of guns, you don't force them to sell guns. That's not gonna help. Slave mindset is reference to Nietzsche's master morality and slave morality concept. Except if he doesn't know it. Please excuse your philosophy autism. It's not my tism. I know some razors. That's about it. That's about all I've got from philosophy. Reasonable. That's how I feel. Unironically excited to see what Flort could cook up with this. See and understand why it was canceled. Would have been epic. Very reasonable. Very reasonable take. In what world would you ever think an actual gun would be a good idea? I thought it was a good idea. I would have bought it. VTuber fan in all British. They're British for sure. In it. It was a joke. Totally would have bought it. I think there were legitimately a lot of people who didn't know it was real. They legitimately thought it was a joke. Which, honestly, from the original post, I thought it was a joke. Until they posted like the update. They had the picture of it. I was like, oh. And then the next day my hopes were dashed. The Ron Swanson reaction. Most relatable character in all of TV, probably. Meanwhile, my Oshi threatened me one time. What? Oh, just... Okay, PNG gun. Bruh. Very reasonable take here, for sure. Okay, here, okay. Unhinged. Stop caving to transvestites. What? Hey, huh? A little, very unhinged here. Way to bring transvestites into it, and the ballot box. Bro definitely reads like 4chan in his free time. I sound like your weed cutter. Good. It's my impression. Pet gun. This guy, very unhinged. Gives you an idea. Elias Malachi. No idea who that is. Followed by a leaflet, though. Possible gun or gun accessory merch from that guy. Chuck and Gabe. Out of topic, but I wish they mass produce Mersh Vector. It would be very pog. Weak. Kirsch, he failed. Kirsche. Kirsche is supposed to be... I don't know if she's posted about it. She's talked about it on stream. There's supposed to be some kind of Kirsche gun something happening. She's been teasing it now a little bit. And I will say, 100%, I will buy it. Whatever it is. Don't know what it is. I'll buy it. She got a custom vector made for her. But other than that, no idea. I think probably it's just going to be like an AR mag or something like that. But it'd be cool if it was more than that. Let this schizo cook. The stuff they come up with is usually a fun read. So far, the only schizos we've seen are just like short comments. We haven't gotten any whole schizo paragraphs. Oh, that one might be one. OMG, this was so a joke from the start. So it astounds me how many people not only didn't seem to know that, but are now making it about right versus left politics. I mean, I don't think it was a joke. I don't, it wasn't a joke. They were legitimately going to do it. But I also don't like politics, so I agree about the don't bring politics into it. All right, here we go. Oh, it's not as long as I wanted it to be. Problem with an entire agency based off of a joke is that it becomes almost impossible to tell when you're being serious. I assume the gun thing was another joke from the start, but this update seems rather unfunny. It is further kayfabe. What is that word? Kayfabe. Or were these people actually intending to sell a gun to the VTuber community? Which is more stupid? Till saying things like, Fishman could do the funniest thing right now. Don't forget that the fish and PC is Canadian. The only way they let him manufacture a gun is if he... Whoa! Whoa! This guy gets a skill issue. This guy gets a skill issue for that. Goodness sakes. Now we're starting to get to the unhinged stuff. Why I'm boycotting Socks VTuber agency, a thread. TLDR woman moment. There's no thread here. Am I stupid? Where's the thread? Honestly fair. Weird merch choice. Can understand being uncomfortable with your company being on a weapon. Also, the comments make it easy to form a block list with the amount of idiots showing their colors. There's people out here like recreationally making block lists. Seems a little unhinged. Just like don't follow them. They'll be okay. Sounds like they bit off more than they could chew and rightfully realized doing it wrong was worse than not doing it all. Yeah, I think that is a super reasonable take. Like making a gun is not making a gun. Not only making a gun, you also have to deal with all the laws and regulations around that. Which is not insignificant. So, I don't know. A little unhinged. Little unhinged here, guys. Not you, chat. People on the internet. People on the internet being unhinged? No, no, crazy. Shame, understandable. Firearms manufacturing is a minefield of problems. Oh well. Foxboy VTuber? Good take. We are the people on the internet. Okay, well, not everybody on the internet is bad. They're just some unhinged people here. And on Twitter. Not here in chat. Cringe, ain't too broken up about it. Throwing this one on the pile of are you freaking stupid VTuber collective shenanigans because Lumfao, some doofus, had to be tapped on the shoulder and told selling firearms as an agency was a bad idea. Can't imagine being associated with this deep shitery. Skill issue. Skill issue. Honestly, like there are a couple unhinged takes. Like that guy who was talking about ballot boxes and trans people. But like I don't know. The takes aren't overall, most of the takes are pretty mild. So disappointing that it's not happening, yeah. But also could be worse. Yeah, no VTuber agency gun. At least full gun yet. Now hopefully I think the problem for them now, I hope none of the actual like unhinged people start like harassing the talents about it. Which seems like something that is far too common for VTubers, for the talents to start getting harassed because a company does something that someone disagrees with on a personal level. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But it's the internet, so who knows? Ideally, they would be able to do it without problem. Problem is, this and the real world. The problem is this is the real world, and the real world is overall not bright, to say the least. True. You think that's the real reason they stopped, honestly? I think that the reason they stopped was probably more than just like one reason. I think they probably started doing it. Obviously, I don't know how long they have been working on it. At least like a week. I mean, at least long enough to have a frame. So I don't know. I don't know how long they've been working on it. It could be that they're not working on it anymore because they realize that all the legal stuff that goes with manufacturing guns is a little more than they wanted to do. It could have been that their talents are uncomfortable with promoting a firearm. It could have been any number of things or a combination thereof. Like, they didn't come out and be like, yes, our talent number 4 is uncomfortable with this. Like, I don't know. Looks cool to say the least. And based enough that they at least considered it. Yeah. I think it is cool that they at least considered it. And not that they just were like throwing all the ideas out there and seeing which one stick at the wall. But they considered it enough to actually like take steps to do it. And then something or other made them stop. So who knows? Who knows? We'll see. Maybe one day they'll revisit the project. I think it's unlikely, but I can hope. Yeah, no VTuber gun company currently. Herrera VTuber. Is it the Pepperbox VTuber agency? Is that? There already are some VTubers who have released like gun accessory merch. Like Leaflet has done holsters. I think has anyone done magazines yet? I know I've seen magazines, but that's not official merch. That's just like people's custom stuff that they've done. So who knows? It will come around eventually. So Kirsha is working on something that she's been teasing. I think there's a lot of other VTubers who I think it's a possibility to see something come from. There's also a lot of VTubers who I think personally would be for it, but they're not going to do it just because of public perception, and they don't want to alienate some of their audience. Because, like it or not, guns are controversial. So I think a lot of people will want to avoid that regardless of their personal opinions. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. There are multiple VTubers bedroom aids, like adult toys. Guns are bad because we were told so. Yeah, as a society, it is more acceptable to publicly promote literal sex toys than firearms. And that's just how it is. You don't vibe with that logic. I think it's very, very backwards. But I would say there's nothing I can do about it. I literally am like a guy on the internet. I don't know. There's a lot of people very, very stuck in their mindset. Hopefully, society as a whole can change, but that is literally what it would take, is a shifting of society's mindset. Which is somewhat of a shall we say, daunting task. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the future turns out. Because I am not a fortune teller. I do not vibe with this world. One of the cringier references. I don't know what that reference is. What's the reference from? At least Pippa is cool with putting her keychains on them, as long as we don't do a Walmart. Generational at best. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I do think we are going to see guns or gun accessories from somebody. 100% we'll see it from someone. At least Kershaw. Leaflet has already done stuff. Just holsters. Hopefully, though, whatever Kershaw is working on is just an absolute smash hit. And people are like, oh, there's a market for this. And more people jump on that train. I definitely will be supporting whatever train that is, because I want more people to jump on the train. I'm going to make that train look so cool. Speaking of M9, you think whoever sighted in this was left-handed dominant, right eye dominant? What? What does cross dominance have to do with sighting a gun? I'm confused. Do people still make MP40 clones? I'm not aware of any MP40 clones. There's the GSG MP40. So if you're okay with your MP40 being a little gross, the GSG ones out of stock there. So I don't know if they're still making them. But Rocious, you're right eye dominant. If you do it right and right, the laser is off. If you do it left and right, it's spot on, or appears to be. What? Huh? It should be the same no matter which eye you're looking at it with. What's wrong with GSG? GSG just makes super cheap, low quality stuff. If you're zeroing a laser, there's a fuzz. There's fuzz on my sight adjustment. If you're zeroing a laser, no idea. I have a laser, a beam on literally 0 of my guns. So I have no experience with that. Given where America was 10 years ago, where it is now, you think tides are turning in favor of gun ownership, at least in the States? Yeah, I do think so. I mean, if you just look at gun ownership, gun ownership in the States is higher now than it has ever been, both just in sheer number of guns, but also in percentage of population that owns guns. And then if you get into a little bit more niche stuff, oh, we got ads. We got ads. I'll wait for ads. We'll wait for ads. Mantis dry fire laser. I've never used a Mantis. So, I don't know. Either the sights are off, or it's not in the bore centered, or the laser is not in the bore centered. Solid possibility. Both of those. Although if you've actually taken it and shot it, then you can figure out if the sights are on. Unless you're a really bad shot, then it'll be a little hard. The conceal carry law map GIF for the last few decades is very telling. Yeah, so I mean, obviously just like straight numbers, way more guns in the hand of civilians. Techno, here in Canada, you just say you want our 2A. For the record, I also want Canada to have a 2A or an equivalent thereof. Yeah, so obviously just straight numbers. Straight numbers, way more guns in the hands of civilians, especially since COVID. COVID, goodness sakes, absolutely just... COVID sold more guns than any ad ever could have. Ferocious, you also want to have our pure unadulterated 2A? Yeah. Our 2A is... well, it's currently better than literally anywhere else on the planet. It could be better. As long as the notwithstanding clause exists, it won't happen. Get rid of that. I don't know what that is, but it sounds bad. So here it is. Here's the GIF that I think not the BAFTA was talking about. So no issue from red up to green. Wish I could pause the GIF, but I can't. Illinois and Wisconsin struggle in there. Just the last few years. Just the last few years. Incredible. So, unrestricted is basically going to mean constitutional carry. Basically, you can carry a gun. You don't need a license or anything. You don't need the government's permission to carry a gun for defense. So green, best. Green, best color on this map. basically, our Charter of Rights and Freedom is not absolute. You can link me the exact text in Discord. The Charter of Rights and Freedoms is not absolute. Then why even bother? What? The whole point of rights is that they are absolute. I'm so confused. You need to fire whoever added that making it not absolute clause in there. It isn't worth the paper it's written on. Unfortunate. Unfortunate for Canada. Okay, so the United States very much heading towards more guns freedom. However, the more it goes that way, the more screeching that we hear, the more screeching we hear from the people who don't want that. And of the people screeching, there are a multitude of arguments, from mildly unreasonable to very unreasonable. So, and I think the biggest hurdle in America or any country for getting gun rights back, or just getting gun rights in some cases, is not to change the minds of the people screeching on either side. Because don't get me wrong, there's crazies on both sides. But I don't know, it's all about the people in the middle. You gotta get the people who are kind of on the edge about guns, pro-gun. So, at home, at home chat, if you know anyone who is kind of iffy about guns, go take them shooting. Go take them shooting. Introduce them to guns in a safe manner. In a manner tailored to the person. So if somebody, I don't know, probably like the most approachable way to get someone into guns who has never seen a gun before is just like a one-on-one kind of coaching session. Some people, something like a competition would be good. There's some very competitive people out there. I don't know. Convert your friends. Be gun disciples. be Second Amendment disciples. You sent me Part 2, Section 1 of the Canadian Charter of the Rights of Freedoms. Read it like a lawyer in favor of the government. That's gonna be hard. A lawyer in favor of the government? Guarantee of Rights and Freedoms, Section 1. Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms guarantees the rights and freedoms set out in it, subject only to such reasonable limits as prescribed by law and as can be justified in a free democratic society. What? Guarantees the rights and freedoms subject to limits. That's not a guarantee at all. Like, As long as the government says you can have rights, you can have rights. What? Maybe this is just an American cultural thing. But unalienable rights says it in the that's like the American thing. I have a stroke. I have a stroke, chat. An aneurysm. If you get rid of all the jargon, it basically says the rest of the document is worthless. The Charter protects those basic rights and freedoms of all Canadians and that are considered essential to preserving Canada as a free democratic country. It applies to all governments, federal, provincial, territorial, includes the following. Fundamental freedoms, the right to live, seek employment, legal rights, life, liberty, personal security, equality rights, languages of Canada. Sorry, you got to deal with French. Minority languages, education right, minority language education rights. That seems very specific. Multicultural heritage, Indigenous people rights. Minority language education rights. What does that mean? Everyone has the following fundamental freedoms: religion, thought, belief, opinion, expression, including freedom of press, peaceful assembly, and association, unless it's subject to limits. Unless it's subject to limits. And we get into some mobility rights. Limitation of mobility rights. Any laws or practices of general application of force. Discriminate among persons on the basis of previous residence. Affirmative action. My brain is too small. I don't know. Important is part 2, section 1. Yeah, that is rough right there. Big red flag. It means the government can't ban native languages. Fair enough. You can see why you want our Constitution. I'm a pretty big fan of the US Constitution. I don't think it's applied very well, particularly for guns, but I like it. I don't know, this sentence right here that's wild. That is crazy. Guarantees the rights and freedoms subject to reasonable limits prescribed by law. Absolutely wild. Canada's government does have a long history of ignoring the protections for Native groups. For Native people, the government set itself up. I mean, let's be honest. The United States government doesn't have a wonderful history with Native Americans either. I don't know if we can blame specifically Canada on that one. as imperfect as it is, it's better than the steaming pile of crap. It is quite steamy. Self-defense in general. No reason you can't carry anything you choose in any manner you see fit. I mean, I think that people shouldn't carry things in a threatening manner. However, even though people shouldn't carry things in a threatening manner, do you know who shouldn't decide? You know who shouldn't define what threatening manner means? The government. At least we waited until after we were done doing most of that to pass protections for our natives into law. Yeah, okay. Okay, fair enough. Threatening is an action beyond carrying. The way you see it anyway. Yeah. I mean, I think I should. I should be able to walk into Walmart with an AK in a sling on my back. Heck, I should be able to walk into Walmart with an AK in a sling on my front. As long as I'm not like pointing it at people. And buy an RPG-7. So while I do think that civilians should be allowed to own things like RPG-7s, you do get into some reasonable arguments as to why civilians shouldn't own those. Don't get me wrong. I think I should be able to go buy an RPG. But there are some reasonable arguments as to why people shouldn't. Glad I got a kick out of Canadian misery. At least Canadians can have the HK SL8 with a double stack magazine, even though it can only hold 5 rounds. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that specifically in Canada. Sounds like a cope to comply with the law. Yeah, the single stack mag for the SL8 in the US is because the AK is a bunch of cucks. They don't want people to have something that functions no differently, that you have to change it. You disagree? Not saying that there's not room for criminal use, considering the entire point of the 2A isn't just self-defense. It's self-defense against the glowies. And so the argument they are going to have a really hard time overcoming in order to get things like RPGs and grenades into civilian hands is the argument of the ease of mass casualties. So, like, well, yes, obviously, like, you can always, don't do this. Twitch, if you're listening, I am not encouraging people to do this. You can always manufacture something to cause casualties. And people have. But you're going to have a really hard time overcoming people's perception of the ease of doing it once you can buy the product already completed to do that. It's not hard. Oh, I know. Oh, I know it's not hard. But you're going to have a really hard time overcoming people's fear of not having to DIY it. for other people. There are reasons and historical analogs of banning storing RPGs in populated areas, not so much banning ownership. Yeah. So there are some reasonable arguments when you get into things of the explosive nature. I'm not saying I agree with the arguments, but there are reasonable arguments you're going to have a really hard time overcoming. Modify it, know your target and what's behind it too. Know your target, what's behind it and around it. And so, what you have to keep in mind when you're arguing for gun rights in general, but particularly with people who already don't want them, is they're not afraid of, in most cases. Obviously, we're ignoring the people who are going to be unreasonable no matter what. But people are not afraid of the people who are properly trained good guys, right? Properly trained good guys. People are afraid of the bad guy. The whatever level of training bad guy. And even with a gun, it is pretty easy to stop someone with a gun. Like, even if someone is already going with a gun, it's pretty easy to stop them. If someone's chucking grenades, like if there's a guy, he's got 8 grenades, and he's throwing grenades. Even if you stop that guy, just one of those grenades, it's gonna do more damage than he would have been able to do with a gun in the same amount of time, potentially. You want a gun and aren't a cop, must be a bad guy. Yep, that's me. Big, scary bad guy. This is me, the anime guy on the internet, very scary bad guy. Yeah, so there are going to be unreasonable people. You can't change the mind of an unreasonable person. Let's set that out real quick. We're not talking about the unreasonable people. But there are reasonable people who, for whatever reason, there are many, I'm not saying that dismissively, for whatever reason, because there are many, are anti-gun. Those are the people who you have to change the mind of, not the unreasonable people. Ferocious. You have to AFK for a bit. All right, have fun AFK. Yeah, I don't know. If you look at mass shooting incidents, I say that I do quotes there because there's too many different definitions of mass shooting. But if you look at those, a lot of them are stopped by not law enforcement. They're stopped by average Joe who happened to be there with a gun. Because there's a saying, and I hate it because it's a little cringe, but it does have some truth to it. There's a saying, when seconds matter, the cops are only minutes away. Several examples come to mind. Yeah. So there was, oh no, I can't remember his name. There was the mall up in wherever it was. Oh no, help. I can't remember it. There was the mall. The guy had a Glock, stopped a guy in like the food court. And there was the church in White Settlement, Texas, I think it was. It was White something, Texas. Just some civilian with a gun. And there's a lot of examples of it. Or by self in many cases. Because, yeah, a lot of the definitions of mass shooting will include if the shooter takes their own life. So there's a lot of, if you look at studies, first of all, they'll all have wildly different numbers. Some studies, if someone does a murder-suicide, will count that as a mass shooting event because 2 people died. Which is crazy.
Deploying reinforcements.
G3 Matt R15 just followed.
G3 Matt AR15. Welcome to this conversation. Your username makes me think you belong here. Hello. Church in Texas, 26 despawned. Would have been more if there had not been that guy. Yeah, if that guy hadn't been there, that would have gone down in the history books. Like, if that guy had not been there to stop that shooter, that is a shooting that would have gone down, like, in history books for how terrible it was. Like, that is the kind of event that guy stopped. Like, it was still bad. But it would have been so much worse. Christchurch, guy was stopped by a mosque receptionist with his own shotgun. Yeah, that one. You might make gun owner, maybe. I think the 2 different guns in your username, I might give that away. Not the BAFTA. No, don't write that down. You don't have to do that. I need a glowy emote. Also, is that a Calico? And does that 22 Beretta have an occluded eyesight? Yes, this is a Calico. This is the Liberty 3 pistol. And no, this does not have an occluded eyesight. This is the Weaver Quick Point. This is one of the early red dots. No battery red dot. Let's see. There it is. There's the red dot. So it looks like it might be occluded. It isn't just a dark blue. So it has a little light gathery tube right there. That's a technical term. And it directs it down and makes a little dot. Wherever it went. It's really hard, really awkward to show on camera. There it is. I do need to get an occluded eye sight at some point. Just because I think it'd look cool on a retro build. But currently no occluded eye sights. The shotgun doesn't even have a sight on it. That's just because the shotgun is such a horrible pain in everywhere to use. Mostly pain in the arms. Could you put that on your Glock with the optics cut? Not unless you have a incredibly specialized optics cut. Because it does go on Weaver rails. So, unless your Glock has a Weaver cut slide, I don't think so. I would love to see the Glock with a Weaver cut slide, though. I think that would be very interesting. The reason it can go on this is because the Neos has that one uninterrupted rail. If I can get that sentence out. Is that AMT? This is. It is an AMT. The AMT Automag 2. One day I will get the rest of the Automags as well. But for now, I have the cheap one. Shootings only go down in history when they help promote an agenda. Mass shooting those cops. Excuse me. Mass shooting those cops did during Katrina never made the news. I mean, that's true for any mass unaliving. 22 is the tits. I am a huge fan of the Beretta Neos. It's unfortunate that the gun got like no love, but luckily they're super cheap right now. So if anyone wants Twitch, I'm not selling my guns on Twitch, just so you know. But these are super cheap, just in general. If you're looking to buy one, I'm not selling mine, but they're cheap out there. You just need the silly wraparound optics mount that attached to the accessory rail. That would in fact be a very wacky thing with this sight. Yeah, so if you look at mass unalivings, there was on May 6th, 2023. May 6, 2023, Allen, Texas. There was a shooting at a mall. I'm sure anyone who's American saw it on the news. There was a shooting at a mall in Allen, Texas on May 6th. In the shooting, the shooter killed 8 people. This one is really weird for me to talk about because I was literally across the street from this one when it was happening. So May 6, 2023, a shooting at a mall in Allen, Texas. On May 7th in 2023, in Brownsville, Texas, there was a killing. Killed 8 people. Same number of people who were murdered in the Allen shooting. Nobody heard about the Brownsville one. Because the guy didn't use a gun. The guy used a car. Literally one day after the other. The whole country heard about the Allen, Texas one. Nobody heard about Brownsville. Literally the same number of victims. Or the same number of fatalities. I'm pretty sure there were more people injured and not killed in the Brownsville thing. But same number of people who were unalived. It's literally it's an agenda. They're just pushing an agenda.
Jackson Caffel just followed.
Jackson Caffel, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Elijah Dickens moment in the spotlight, so to speak. No one got the spotlight. No one got the spotlight in the Allen, Texas thing. Banned cars. Think of the children. Yes. Yeah. There's also another one in a mall in Indiana, July 2022, stopped by Elijah. Yeah. The one stopped by Elijah Dickens. Very good story. That one did get quite a bit of coverage. I was trying to see. Yeah, so the Brownsville one, 8 people were unalived, 10 people injured. The one day before, 8 people unalived, 7 people injured. So same amount of unalivings, same amount of deaths, both in both situations. More people injured in the Brownsville one. Whole country heard about Allen, Texas. Nobody heard about Brownsville, Texas. And they literally were less than 24 hours apart. Actually insane. Indiana one was one you were thinking of. The Indiana one is a story of, let's be honest, a civilian hero who stopped a potential just catastrophic event. The Allen, Texas one, that one was stopped by law enforcement because the mall that shooter decided to do his shooting in was a gun-free zone. Which means that law-abiding citizens who aren't, wildly, I'm going to carry no matter what, which, let's be honest, is most of the people who carry. Like, if they see a no gun sign, they're like, okay, I don't like it, but I guess I won't carry here. There has been a lot of that shifting in the last couple of years since this thing happened, but it was a gun-free zone. Like, so they had to wait for a police officer to arrive. And luckily, there was one close on a different call. So, luckily, that is pure coincidence that police officer was close to stop that one. The single largest recorded mass despawning was via truck in France. The driver was otherwise unarmed. Yeah, they're especially in Europe, where they can't get guns, evil people will use whatever means necessary. Like, if someone decides they want to kill a bunch of people, if they can get a gun, they'll do it with a gun. If they can't get it with a gun, they'll use cars, they'll use bombs. Like, it's weird to say, but it's true. And legally, this is purely an observation. It is really easy to cause one of these events. So people will find a way to do it. Like, evil people will be evil, no matter what tool they're using. If you take away guns, people will use cars. Take away cars, people will use bombs. Like it's easy. There's always a way to do it. It's impossible to take away everything that someone could use. Literally impossible. Very off topic. Why do I have such a small keyboard? I have such a small keyboard so that I can have as much desk space as possible for guns. Also, small, convenient, can move it around. The actual keyboard space is not actually that small. It is the size of a regular keyboard. It just has all the function keys, your arrow keys and numpad all cut off. But other than that, it is pretty normal sized. But yes, it is small, so we can have more guns. I am a very hand cam heavy streamer, so more desk space. If you take everything other than the person, you still have fists, feet, knees, elbows, etc. And you have the horrifying human ingenuity, which is way scarier than anyone's fists. A lot of educated individuals can't grasp the concept I just mentioned. That is because in order to be a quote educated person, you have to make it through the indoctrination brainwashing machine that is education. Now, when I say that, I'm not against all higher education. I think it's important for doctors, lawyers, doctors more than lawyers. There are professions that education is important. There's also professions that it's not important at all, like art, or to an extent, computer science. I have dainty twink hands. Huh? Hold on. Dainty twink hands? Just because I got long skinny fingers? I got Slender Man fingers. Gotcha has little tiny hands. My hands are slightly larger than average, but proportioned very strange. Comp sci is better self-taught, hands down. You speak from experience. Yeah, I tried to go to school for computer science. It was dumb. I didn't finish. I didn't finish that one. We do have hands. VTuber shows hands. So, I do have rings. I like rings. Is that what adds to the twink aesthetic? Is it the rings? And the nail polish, probably, more than the rings? Have I built an AR yet, Mr. Host? Yes. Yes, more than one. Currently, I'm waiting on tax stamp for my most recent, because that's gross. You think it's the nail paint? Probably. Oh, the ladies like the nail paint though. Guys, males in general don't receive a lot of compliments from women. This is a fact. I have received more compliments from ladies over my poorly done nail polish than literally anything else I have ever done. It is insanity. So guys, if you're looking to catch the attention of ladies, because there's some ladies who really like hands, nail polish. Life hack. Oh, the FN Fanar. That's not one you hear very often. It's a weird one. For those who don't know what the FN Fanar is that one. Weird abomination. Bring out the Rimuru Glock. I don't have a Rimuru Glock. I have a Rem 1911. The tactical boomer AR. I think it's in 308 if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that though. It is in 308. You're not sure? You're not sure you like that FN? It doesn't tickle your fancy. I think it's funny. I would like to have one just purely as like a conversation starter, as a head turner at the range. But I also am not going to pay for one. Oh, the blue slide Glock? I actually have that one right here. Kind of. That one is currently not assembled because the front sight came loose and I lost my Glock front sight tightening tool. So, but I can put it back together for you since I'd lost my tool anyways. It's because I am an absolute genius and didn't Loctite the front sight, and so it came loose. You say go with AR-10. Yeah, the AR-10, much more practical option than the FN Fanar. But the FN Fanar is funny. Also, it's got a really funny name, which matters. There we go. We do have the blue 17L. No Loctite boo hiss. I know. I messed up. But there it is. $17L in blue. Oh, hold on. Let me put the charm back on. We have a charm for it. We got our leaflet charm. It's not really the right shade of blue for a leaflet. So I need to get like a Miku charm or something. Scar, Esfar, Finar. Yeah, you need to get the whole FN series. I guess Esfar is not FN. That's Ruger. FAL is legit. I am a huge fan. Huge fan of FALs. I'm such a big fan of FALs that when I bought mine, I bought literally the largest one I could find. Goodness sakes. Guys, puberty is hard. My voice is just going to crack like that. Yeah, when I got my FAL, I got the Phalo. Just literally the largest thing. Oh, you wanted ASMR. You wanted ASMR with this thing. Hold on. Hang on. All right, ASMR mode engaged. All right, there you go. ASMR mode disengaged. Ferocious, back momentarily. Welcome back. I think you missed some very spicy conversation. G3 Mac, you wanted either FAL or an HK, and the FFL you went to had HK91. Ooh, I want HK91. Those are very cool. Probably it wasn't by choice. That's okay. Understand. I got it because it was good discount, not for its impressive girth. Okay. I mean, I did also get it because it was cheaper than all the other ones and on a good sale. But that doesn't mean that if it was the same price, I wouldn't have gotten that one. Obviously, the big chunky one with a bipod is cool. A steal at the time, 2,200 beans. Man, you're not gonna find. How long ago was that? You're not gonna find those that cheap now. Oh my goodness. King Panzer, you got to go. All right, goodbye. Have a good whatever you're going. Yeah, currently, I have been getting a horrible itch to buy a new gun, which I need to hold out till the end of this week at least, when I'm going to the Demo Ranch Guns yard sale thing in San Antonio. Which is this weekend? This weekend. And that will be very good. I need to not impulse buy anything I wouldn't buy anyways, is going to be the tough part. Ferocious, it's also time for you to go. Got to deal with stupid government. Yes, government big stupid. In the morning. The morning is also stupid, but not as stupid as government. Guns yard sale. Yeah, the Demo Ranch Guns yard sale. Where's the video? I don't know where it is. There it is. There's the video. So we're not going to watch the whole video. We've already gone through this whole thing. Which, if you want to see it, it's on my YouTube. If you want to see me go through the whole video. But basically, he's partnering with whichever gun shop this is. I don't remember off the top of my head. And they're having a day where they've got all of the Demolition Ranch guns that are retiring since he is retiring. And they're going to be selling them off. They've got all kinds of stuff. Very wide variety, from very not cool and gross to average to, oh, where's that? Like literally burnt out guns. They've got some like 50 BMGs. They've got all kinds of stuff. Potato. Someone bought the wood calico. It was there for months. If someone didn't buy it eventually, I was gonna. Can't believe he's quitting. I can believe he's quitting. I mean, he's been doing all YouTube only content for a while. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think he's gonna be quitting forever. I think he'll be back. I think after his kids are out of the house, we'll see him again. Honestly, maybe even before then. But I think he'll be back. I'm not a gambling man, but if I were, I'd bet money he'll be back. I think he just needs a little bit of time away from the content creation grind set. to use the slang words. But yeah, he's having a big sale with whatever gun shop this is. I don't even remember. Apache Rifle Works. Having a big sale. So I'm gonna vlog it. I'm gonna vlog it, edit down a video. Which will be interesting. Vlogging as a VTuber, having never vlogged before. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, there will be separate cash and credit card pricing. Cash will be cheaper. Man, you're gonna make me travel with a wad of cash? Ridiculous. Cash is king? I guess so. Also, it's harder to tax cash. So, there's that as well. You're heading out when you catch my stream again. So, I was going to say like an every week, but this week's going to be a little strange since this weekend I will be in San Antonio. But my next stream will be Wednesday. So, I usually do evening streams. So, I'll be back on Wednesday. I don't remember what I said we would be doing. Probably more just chatting, hanging out. Yes, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you later. Thank you for the follow. Credit card fees are horrible for small businesses. Oh, they are. yes, they are. Goodness sakes. I wonder, did they buy used guns? If they buy used guns, I could just like show up with a gun. Trade? Do they do trades? Probably not. Probably not for this event, at least. I've got a couple guns that, they're boring. Got a couple boring guns I want to sell. Enhance my collection. In the merchant agreement for credit cards, they can't have differential pricing. What do you know? You're not a small business. I mean, if it's a discount, a cash discount, and it's technically not different pricing, it's a different discount. I think that's the legal way to get around that. And there'll probably come a day when credit card price is less expensive than cash, so that the Zoomers don't have to count/do math. Maybe. I don't think so, though. You're going to have people being really bad at math for it to make enough of a difference to charge less for credit cards. All right, but what time? Oh goodness, it's 1:30. I forgot that I started my stream a little late because the time change is messing with me. But I do think it's about time to end stream because I have to wake up earlier than I want to today. So we are going to raid out. So who do we raid today? This is the hardest part of the stream. Knowing who to raid. Let's see, who do we raid? We need someone who's not about to end stream. Sad. Quasar the hero isn't streaming yet. I don't know who that is. Sigfreda? I'm not familiar with them. Who is that? They're playing Genshin. Not Genshin. Do we raid into a Genshin streamer? Chat, do we raid into a Genshin streamer? I haven't played Genshin in so long. You know what? Let's do it. Let's raid a Genshin streamer. It says the GFL player. Okay. But GFL has Raifus? Is there a male version? Is there a male version of Raifus? Because there's waifus and husbandos. What would a gun husbando be called? There aren't any in Girls Frontline, so it doesn't matter. Just theoretically. Anyways. We are going to raid. As soon as I can stop dying, goodness sakes. We're going to raid Sigfreda. So, we do have raid messages, both for those with and without subscriptions. So, grab one of those if you would like to. I will be back on Wednesday the plan for Wednesday currently is just another just chatting stream, just chatting, hanging out, like today. So, they will be that. So, until Wednesday, I will see you all next time. I guess, so thank you all for stopping by, hanging out, chatting, listening to my absolute schizo ramblings. I will see you all next time. Majestic Potato, goodbye. Not the BAFTA, goodbye. Techno, goodbye. D3 Matt, see you later. I think you already left though. Not enough ammo, never enough ammo. See you later. Anyone else hanging about, lurking, I appreciate you.